to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today is Monday, and as you know, this will be my second Boss Girl Monday video. So on Mondays, I like to do videos that are inspirational, that can really help you girls, especially for younger girls out there. Just giving you tips on things I've learned throughout my life so far, and maybe tips you can take for yourself. Just give you something to sort of think about and that can sort of improve yourself, right? So in today's video, I'm going to be discussing 5 things I don't want to say every classy girl, but I feel like every girl, especially if you really want to improve yourself, do better for yourself, should do. And that is 5 things that you should always say no to and just basically not accept. Right, so I'm gonna get into the video, and don't forget to like and subscribe so I can do more videos for you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Okay, awesome. So I'm gonna get started. So the very first tip you should always say no to and not accept is when the same people in your life keep running late. Now, this is happening if you are going out with friends or going out with someone new that you just met, going on a date with someone, if you're still dating someone for the first time, you're getting to know someone, or even just with friends, or colleagues or whatever, where the same people are always running late. Now, this is very unacceptable. It's disrespectful to you and your time, right? It's not okay, it's disrespectful. I know, I remember I used to run late all the time to certain, Okay, cool guys, sorry about that. I had to go quickly attend to my Uber Eats order. So as I was saying, I remember when I was a lot younger, I used to run really late all the time for things, and not like with the intention to be disrespectful to the person. It just wasn't a priority for me to be early, so that's something I learned throughout growing up, is that time is really precious. So if someone or anyone is going to continuously run late every time when you guys have a meeting or something like that, take it as something that you should take as a red flag, because then that means that person doesn't value your time, they don't value you as a person, and they take you for granted, right? So just bear that in mind. Second tip I'd love to give you girls is to be aware of inconsistent communication from people that you interact with, right? So now that doesn't mean that you have to communicate with the same person every single day or every single week even. It just depends on the sort of relationship you guys have. But you need to be very cautious about certain communication patterns that you deal with certain people. I mean, also, are some of your friends only contacting you when they want to go out? Is that the only time that they're interested in communicating with you? Maybe because you're driving, you have a car, or maybe you the person that has access to cool clubs, things like that. So just be aware of inconsistent communication, because remember, this is all about building value for yourself. So if you are taking behaviors from people that don't add value to you, you only have yourself to blame. So just be aware of that. The third tip I'd love to give you girls is to be aware of people that may like to gossip a lot, right? Now, here's the thing. Gossip is very contagious. It has a very heavy energy, and it can really be captivating. So be very aware of surrounding yourself with people that like to gossip with you, that like to talk about other people. There's nothing positive that comes out of doing that. In my opinion, it's people that have low self-esteem that like to, gossip a lot. So be aware of people that gossip a lot. It doesn't add value to you. I'm not going to even get into it too much. It doesn't add value into your life. And of course, if that person is gossiping with you, what are they saying behind your back, right? So just be very aware of that. The fourth tip for Boss Girl Monday is to be aware of relationships or situationships, or I don't know what they call it nowadays, but of relationships that are one-way streets, right? Where you feel like you always have to make the effort, where you always have to feel like you're giving more than you are receiving. In my opinion, especially when you are in new situations or relationships and getting to know someone, it should be 50-50, you know, in some way or another. Especially us girls, I'm sorry, you know, especially if you want to be a high value girl, you have to, you need to be aware of the fact that you should not have to feel that you're putting more in than the other person. I'll be right back. Uber Eats, they always get the address wrong. Sorry about that, I'm back. So just to quickly go back into my topic, my point is that be aware as a girl that wants to have high value for herself, that you don't, you know, feel like you are in a situation, whether it's with a friend or a boyfriend or a colleague or just any like sort of relationship, that you feel like you're always having to go the extra mile, right? Because that doesn't add value into your life, and that can also really diminish your self-esteem. So just be very, very aware of relationships like that demand more from you than you actually receive. The very fifth tip, guys, which is something that can be very tricky, which is something I'm still trying to master in my life, in my 20s, is to be aware of people that don't respect your boundaries, right? Every single person has a boundary in their life, and our boundaries are all different. So it's so important to be aware of people that don't respect your boundaries. You know, even if you communicate with them on certain things that they might do that make you feel uncomfortable and uneasy. You've told them once, you've told them twice, and they still continue to disrespect your boundaries. Those are the kind of situations that you need to be very aware of. And yeah, so just be aware of that, and don't be, you know, afraid or reserved to really stand your ground and to say, you know what, no, this is not what I deserve, so I will not take it from anybody. And do it politely. You don't have to be aggressive or passive aggressive about it, or disrespectful about it. You can just, you can really do it in a very calm way and put yourself first and say, this is not what I deserve, it's not what I signed up for, it's been great, but no thank you, and keep it moving. Guys, this video was basically, the whole point of this video is just to sort of guide you, especially the young girls out there, guide you to really build your self-value and to build your self-esteem as well. But actually, most importantly, is to stand your ground, when it comes to dealing with people. So really know how to stand your ground. Do it in a ladylike way. You don't have to be aggressive. This is not love and hip-hop, so you can do it in a very ladylike way. Stand your ground, know what you stand for, what your values are, and nothing should come in between those values, right? So yeah, all the best. Let me know what other topics you guys want to talk about. Guys, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next Boss Girl Monday video next week.